So y'all, let's get right into this video. I've already moisturized and primed. I'm going to start doing my eyebrows with y'all. So let's get into these unpopular opinions, y'all. Ooh, y'all, it's time for me a brow wax. Y'all see that? Anyway, let's get into these unpopular opinions. Yeah, my first unpopular opinion is clinginess. I'm 23. So my generation is really clingy. I'm not gonna say everybody in the generation, of course, everything doesn't apply, but it's becoming a trend now to like always want to be up under your partner or have these like clingy friend moments. And to me, that is so toxic because first of all, I don't care how much you love somebody. I don't care how much you appreciate somebody. You get tired of people. You need space. Like, you can't even appreciate somebody for real and acknowledge everything they bring to the table if they're always in your face. So I definitely don't agree with that. It's with friendships and relationships, because this generation, in my opinion, has it bad. And I can speak on it because I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've done it. So it's just like, it's not a thing. It's not a thing to always want to be up under somebody. To be honest, that really just shows that you're codependent and you're not safe or okay in your own energy. And I know some people like, girl, it's not that deep. I just like being with my person. Girl, yes, it is that deep. If you always need to be with somebody, that's a red flag. And it's like, that's okay. Like, I've been there before. That's how I know, like, it's a red flag. It's okay. It's just like, give yourself space and time to appreciate what's going on. So my next unpopular opinion is I feel like people not wanting to work and they're young and capable is just laziness. I just did a video on this. What was that? It was the mukbang talking about how our generation does not want to work. Working is like a disease or something. Like, I don't know. And I'm speaking on all of these things because I've experienced, if not all, most of these things. So it's just like, I understand firsthand, like, what's tea. But not wanting to work is definitely something that's not cool. It's not cute. It's not... Everybody ain't no fucking entrepreneur. Everybody is not a creative. And I just feel like once we get past that part, then we can start speaking some truth. Just because you've seen somebody be you've seen them make it being creative and using their talent, girl, you might not have those same talents. You might want that same outcome. You might have those same desires, but it might not meant for you to get it that way. And that is okay. That is okay. Everybody is not meant to be an influencer. Everybody is not meant to be in the forefront, because let's be real, to be an influencer, you have to be a leader. You have to be your own person. Most people are not their own person. Like, let's be serious. They taking this image that they seen on social media and try to recreate it and reinvent it. And it's just like, that's so toxic. That's not you. Be creative. And do you. It's a trend. It's a trend. Y'all remember when everybody wanted to be nurses? Everybody wanted to be fucking hairstylists. Everybody wanted to be... It's just like, let's take social media out of it. When y'all was in 5th grade and your teacher asked you, what you want to be when you grow up? Take it back there. Because that's really you, okay? But for me, it was kind of different. Like, I always knew I was an entrepreneur. I started braiding hair at 15. Like, literally, I've always been into performing arts. Everything that I do now, I've always done. But for some reason, I felt like I had to follow in society, get a job, and create this safe routine for myself. And it's just like, girl, that's not you. It's not a thing. Because eventually, y'all gonna have to take y'all ass to work. And I'm not saying you're gonna have to go get a job or whatever, but it's just like, you're gonna have to be for real about... You're just gonna have to be for real about life. Next unpopular opinion I have, I feel like my generation not wanting to go to college, I feel like that's a trend as well. So I was talking to this young man the other day, and he was like, I want to go for the experience and everything, but I can make money doing what I'm doing right now. And I feel him. I get it. But we don't think about, and I'm going to say we, because I was in his shoes at one point. We don't think about the bigger picture. It's like, okay, yeah, you can always make money, but you don't always have experiences that come that help you build character, that help you build lifelong friendships and bonds and connections. And I feel like people are trading that for money. College has become a stigma when it really shouldn't. Just because a few people came out and said, hey, I made it without college, you still need education. If you don't get it from college, you're gonna have to get it from somewhere else. So I just feel like everybody's saying, like, it being a trend, how most people say, oh, I don't want to go to college, I don't want to go to college. It's the same thing with the entrepreneur thing. Everybody is not meant to live this carefree life. Jumping off the porch is not for everybody, straight off. And I feel like people are not realizing that. They're just going with social media. Relationships do not get started in the right way these days. I feel like people these days, I'm talking about my generation because that's all I can really speak from. They are meeting people and it's like, if we got like 5 things in common, we must be soulmates. We moving in, we doing all this extra stuff, getting houses, taking trips, all this stuff, right? And it's like, you don't even know that person. I took a class about relationships and it literally broke down the right way to do a relationship. And I just feel like relationships are not done right these days because everybody is so in a rush to be and to have. It's like you don't even know what you're being and having. You don't know that person. And sometimes you getting to know a person teaches them a lot about yourself. You might think a certain person is your type or something. It's like when you're getting to know them, you're like, I was here, but I'm not here no more. It's like, how can you really know that if y'all don't take time to get to know each other? And outside of that, getting to know yourself before you get to know somebody else. I feel like that's where a lot of people's arguments and miscommunication come from. And have y'all ever seen that shit where they say, oh, in the beginning, it's always going to be the arguing stage. That's not normal. Y'all, if y'all in love and that's the puppy dog stage when y'all just getting together, why the fuck would y'all be arguing every day? Unless y'all don't know each other and some shit done came out and it's like, well, I thought this and I thought this, but now I see this. I wonder why. People should just take their time. Because literally anything you get quick, you lose it quick, if not quicker. Oh, that's the end of my list, y'all. But I can go on and on about this. So let's see what's next. Oh, my next unpopular opinion is it has become okay for friendships to be fragile and shallow. And I'm going to speak from my experience. I can meet somebody and go off their energy and they have a very high vibrational energy. And I'm thinking, okay, this is somebody I can connect with. This is somebody I can, be cool with, be friends with. And after a while, it's just not that. It's just not that. I felt like I would be trying to get to know people and it would just be shallow. Like, I'm like, what do you do for fun? What are you trying to make small talk? And they would be thinking I'm trying to like talk to them. It's like, girl, you're not my type, girl. I don't want you, girl. I'm trying to get to know your heart. I'm trying to get to know you. I don't want you though, And I really don't know the reason behind that. I really don't give a fuck about the reason behind that because I'm not that type of person. I'm a very deep person. It's a blessing and a curse sometimes. But I just feel like back in the day, like when I look at my mom's friendships or my sister's friendships, I'm just like, they can talk about anything. Like, they're open. It's like they don't mind being vulnerable with each other. People don't realize you need friends, like real friends. And I'm at the point now, I get that, but I don't, because it's like, yeah, people get on your nerves, people are whatever, but people are like cool sometimes, and you can really connect and find some dope ass people. But it's like a thing to be antisocial now, and I don't agree with that. I don't think it's cool to be antisocial. I feel like I went through that stage, so that's why I say I kind of get it. But after a while, I'm at the point now where I want real friendships. I want real connections. I'm the type, I like to nurture my friends. I like to be nurtured. Nurturing is my nature. So it's like, if my friend having a bad day, girl, yes, let's pray together. Let me run you a bath. Let me meditate with you. To me, that is a friendship. The fuck? To be able to care for somebody's soul, to be able to care for somebody's spirit. But yeah, that wrapped that up. I don't think it's cool to be antisocial. You miss out on a lot of opportunity and a lot of life. It's gonna be my last unpopular opinion, y'all. I feel like getting everything young is not necessarily a good thing. And when I say that, I mean like houses, marriages, stuff with your partner, all that type of shit. I just feel like that's not a good thing to do when you're young. Like, it's not, because your 20s, you're still learning yourself, and it's a fucked up thing to me to make these big long-term decisions when your mind is still developing. You could literally wake up and be like, this not it for me. And it's like, girl, what, you gotta wait another year or some shit till the lease is up or to whatever? And I just feel like it's best for people to spend a lot of time by themselves when they're young, because when you do start acquiring things, you have a grand idea of yourself. You have a grand idea of, okay, I can handle this, okay, I want this, or I cannot, or I do not. So yeah. And then also, I feel like when you make these big commitments when you're young, I feel like you miss out on so much life because you're so busy trying to uphold these commitments and take care of these commitments. It's like, you're young and you're lit. You have the rest of your life to worry about responsibilities and all this extra stuff. I feel like our generation don't know how to live fucking life. Like, I don't know too, because maybe that is the life they wanted to live. People dream of different lives. But me personally, bitch, I'm young turn. I ain't worried about no marriage. I ain't worried about no kids. I'm not worried about this shit. I promise you. I got the rest of my life to worry about that. I'm just really for the girls living their life and not a life that people think they should have. Be free, ho. Be free. I think this is really cute. It's really cute. All right, y'all, that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I share my unpopular opinions with y'all. I love you so much. Peace and love to you. Go watch my other videos, the vlogs, to get ready with me, all that. And then when you finish that, go to my TikTok, and then when you finish on my TikTok, go to my Instagram, because I got something for you, baby. I love you. Peace and love to you. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah, mwah.